Oh, we'll get started here in a second. What's going on? What's going on? Just started the stream. I'll be right back. We're going to get going and let some people get in here. Hello. Chris said, stay tuned to the actual National Weather Service. Well, luckily for you, all of the National Weather Service information is being fed through my stream. All the alerts you see, all the warnings you see, everything that's on the screen is being fed directly from the National Weather Service. So it is actual information from the National Weather Service. So there you go. You're already in the right spot. I know. Like literally, all the warnings on your screen, all the alerts, everything that pops up is literally the National Weather Service. I'm directly linked to their page through a script that is running in the background. But the one thing you can't do with the National Weather Service is talk directly to them and ask them questions. But you can talk directly to me and ask me questions, so it's a little bit of a step up. Coco, I appreciate you. Marissa, Confused Blonde, Yali, TXG. Thanks, Coco. The L comment is funny. What's up, Xavier? What's going on, Juan? What's going on, Purple Cat? Yes, thank you. Day one outlook looks like they spilled green beans on the map. I know. Let me turn this music down a little bit here. Ooh, whoa, Yali with the galaxy. Yali, you did not have to do that, but you know I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you, Yali. I know I haven't seen one of those in a while. So, yeah, look at the day one outlook. Marginal slight. Marginal. Oh, my drawing's getting messed up. Marginal, marginal slight. Marginal, marginal, marginal slight. General thunder everywhere. It's pretty funny. But tornado threat here. Okay. Southern Illinois, southwestern Indiana, western Kentucky, northwestern Tennessee, northeastern Arkansas, and southeastern Missouri. We'll take a look at the... God, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me. Mesoscale analysis and see what's going on there, and we'll see if I actually think there's going to be tornadoes there today. Let's take a look. Mesoscale analysis, and I'm just gonna review what's going on today, and then I'm gonna answer everyone's questions, or as many people as I can. Let's start with reviewing what's going on in the atmosphere currently, as we speak. Okay. Wow, tons of severe thunderstorm warnings up in Canada, by the way. Look at this. These are all severe thunderstorm warnings. Wow. Okay, so I'll keep this on. Let's go take a look at what's going on here. There we go, right there. Okay, so SIGTOR params. Let's open my pen. Hello, pen, where are you? Where is it? What the heck? Guess I'll exit out and reopen it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right. So, SIGTOR in here. Hey, what the heck? Why is it yellow? SIGTOR in here. A little bit of SIGTOR up here, but again, this is the area we're focusing on today. Let's take a look at Violent Tornado Param. Actually, does that get, actually looks like it gets up to a 2.0 there. It does, I think, get up to a 2.0 here. Violent tornado parameter. So Southern Illinois looks to really be a hotbed for potential tornadoes today. We have some storms rolling through there now. We'll have to see if anything's produced. If we take a look at... let's take a look at a couple things here. Let's take a look at our surface helicity. Nothing. There's not a ton of helicity in that area right now, which is good. Effective shear. It's not very intense either. Surface base cape, 3,000. That's pretty good cape, actually. What's our 850 millibar doing? Not much. Okay, well, I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about this area today. But there still is potential in here for some tornadoes today. So, really quickly, I want to take a look at the HRRR, and then I'll get to answering questions. Sorry, I'm not reading chat right now. I'm just looking at some of this new updated information for the first time. Let's go into Pivotal. Look at the latest HRRR and MPAS. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's our Tor chance. This isolated discrete setup after this main frontal boundary moves through. So if we go in here, we can actually look at SIGTOR. You guys can all hear me, right? Check, 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 check. Oh, this looks quiet. Let me turn this up. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Is my voice quiet, guys? Check, check. Let me know. Looks like my voice is quiet. I turned it up a little bit. No? It's good? Okay. Okay. I'll leave it as is then. SIGTOR, not seeing much, but you can see it is going to enhance as we get later into the night, or I mean later into the evening. 8-9. If we were to take a look at the reflectivity, you have some storms coming through now, but then you have this kind of line of storms that actually may try to put something down here after it. I think this is what they're expecting to get some rotation with it. Let's look at relative helicity. Yeah, you see that? As we get in late into the evening, there's a lot more potential. There's a lot higher potential for some violent kind of turbulent air. So there's not much helicity up here in the beginning, and then there you go. So if we can get something here, it's about the O3Z. Reflectivity O3Z. Yeah, this is what they're looking at. Believe it or not, these storms for potential tornado chances, I believe. Not the ones that look more dangerous out here. That's actually these that are going to be rotating maybe. Interesting. That's what's going on there. Rainfall-wise today. Let's go and take a look at weather-wise. Let's go to excessive rainfall. Same spot, which is horrible. You guys can see that excessive rainfall, but this is the one we're looking at. Let's go to daily rainfall totals. I think this is wrong. Well, let's actually go to the radar. Okay, yeah, it's moving out. So that'll be updated. College Station, LaGrange, Madisonville. Decent looking squall line moving through down here. Not expect it to be too severe, but... Anyways, what's going on, guys? Does anyone have any questions about what's going on today? Oh, by the way, we actually have some stuff with the tropics to talk about too, but I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, Tennessee, you guys got a lot of kind of staggered thunderstorms. None are expected to be too severe, but if we do take a look at our modeling... let's go to 17Z. Here's what's happening in Tennessee as we move forward in time today. Storms begin to dissipate as we get into around midnight, and then you have some more storms pushing into West Tennessee 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. But nothing's expected to be too severe. Any current concern for what's moving through Jackson, Missouri right now? Let's take a look. Am I spelling Jackson wrong? Why can't it find it? Or am I spelling Missouri wrong? If you're talking about the Jackson near Cape Girardeau, the storms are moving out. I see a lot of evening showers in my week 1 forecast. Yes. Yes, they are. Yes. Yeah, it's kind of tropical too. We've got this spinning low pressure here. And we're going to continue to get kind of this easterly flow, east to west. So it's almost going to be like tropical thunderstorms because of what's going on out here in the Western Pacific. You can see we've got it's going to start to get its spin a little bit more together, but you've got winds up here flowing out to the east, and then winds down here flowing down to or out to the west, and then down to the south. This special marine warning has been updated. So there's going to be a lot of thunderstorms down here over the next week. We were actually looking at that before. If I go to multi-day, 1 to 5 day, 1 to 7 day, we'll see if this changes. I think this will be filled in a little bit, but yeah, the East Coast is going to see a lot of rainfall, especially down there in Florida. Yep, tropical disturbance in the Gulf. Yep. Wednesday through Saturday for a slow drive north. Illinois to South Florida, Illinois, Illinois, South Florida. Next Wednesday to Saturday. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what the Euro thinks. A lot of activity. A lot of activity and potentially severe weather on that route. Middle to end of next week, we're expecting a lot of activity out east. So, may not be the best time for the drive. Yeah, Illinois to Florida. It looks like there's going to be a lot of thunderstorms across the entire central to east throughout next week. So yeah, this is what's going on here. I can show you guys the models, but this disturbance is expected to kind of meander its way into the Gulf and then potentially make landfall, maybe as a tropical disturbance, maybe as nothing. And then they're thinking we could get a second one right behind it. If I can show you that really quickly on Tropical Tidbits.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So here we go. Here's the latest GFS. It's trying to get this thing to go through tropical cyclogenesis and then push up into Louisiana. Mississippi. Doesn't look too well defined, but then you get a second storm that wants to form. Actually, the latest GFS erases it. That's interesting. Wow, there's just not much going on with the tropics. This is such a slow start to the season. Wild. Just like last year's slow start to the season. Yeah, Euro's not seeing much either. I'm not really concerned about... I'm not really concerned about this 20% chance. Even if it forms, it's going to be weak. It's just going to be a rainmaker. There's going to be flooding potential with it. It's going to be running into tons of shear up here anyways. Even if it does form. Weakening it. Are the Texas storms going to make it to the Shreveport area today? Let's take a look. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like potentially we'll say around 7 Central, give or take an hour. But it looks like 7 p.m. Central is the most accurate timing. And then you could... Those storms may be out of your hair by 11 or midnight. Not expected to be too strong, though. The marginal in South Dakota. I mean... I think... Yeah, down here in southwestern South Dakota. Or southeastern South Dakota. I'm not seeing much. I'm not seeing much. I'm not too concerned. Not too concerned. At all. There's not much action going on up there. Here's our current radar. We could get some thunderstorms firing up in this line, but it's not looking too impressive. We got a couple severe thunderstorm warnings. They're all pretty weak. I think that one just expired. Okay, let's take a look at some of these. So we've got a couple severe thunderstorm warnings in southwestern Mississippi. 60+ mile per hour gusts are possible. Small hail. Nothing too major. These aren't looking too dangerous. What the? Why isn't this? Oh, there we go. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, there we go. Not looking too bad. Velocity's not looking too crazy. Cloud height's not looking too crazy. We've got some severe thunderstorm. We got some severe thunderstorm warnings in Florida as well. 60 mile per hour gusts, small hail. Nothing too big to worry about. Central Virginia, same case. We can take a look at velocities and see if there's any sort of rotation or anything. I think this is just radar distortion, but we'll keep our eye on this one. Yeah, southern Illinois. This could drop a little bit of hail potentially, but this thing looks like it's moving really quickly. Let's see. 30 miles per hour. I think it's moving a little quicker than that. But yeah, not too much going on. Pretty quiet day, actually. I mean, there's a lot of thunderstorms, but like severe-wise, it's not that bad right now. Again, though, this Tor threat up here is going to come later in the evening. All right. Southern Illinois, southeastern Missouri, northeastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, southwestern Indiana. Small Tor threat later this evening. Tornado threat.
New information. This severe
Syracuse, New York. I have a storm phobia and I'm pretty nervous. Let's see what's going on in Syracuse. You got some thunderstorms in the area. Nothing looking too bad. Nothing looking too serious. Velocity is pretty low. You're going to get some thunderstorms rolling through Syracuse, but I don't expect it to be too dangerous. You're in a slight. It's a wind-driven slight, so if you get storms, they're more likely to be, you know, the wind threat's going to be the biggest thing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern looks to be potentially where you could experience the worst storms. If we do take a look, again, at our Tor threat today, it's just in here. Just in here. And this is wind-driven, so... Windy gusts, gusts, power outages possible, tree limbs down, stuff like that, but not really much of a Tor threat. There's a little bit of rotation helicity up here, but it's not too significant. Euro shows storm on day 3, when the marginal risk is for northern plains. Do you think it'll upgrade? Day 3. I'll take a look at that. B, I appreciate you. Chris Laddie, what's going on? Let's go take a look at this. So this is our day 3. Do I think this will be upgraded to a slight or enhanced? Let's take a look at what's going on that day. Let's take a look.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So that would be our Tuesday. I mean, you got decent low-level winds here. That would suggest that we may see an upgrade. Let's look at our Cape values. It's possible for an upgrade. Yeah, I actually think it probably will go slight. I think it will go slight on Tuesday. What's our dew points that day? Yeah, pretty high dew points as well. Yeah, it'll probably go slight. Dew points almost in the 80s. Down here on Wednesday. Wow. Right down here. We could see some dew points in the 80s. See if that triggers anything. What's going on here? Just talking about the weather. You know what I mean? I'm worried about Conroe, Texas later today. Let's take a look. Where is Conroe, Texas? You got some storms that are going to be rolling in, but again, it's just mainly a wind threat. So here we go. You could see some decent storms at around 5 central, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then maybe moving out 10. But again, this is the biggest issue is going to be gusty winds. You can be all right. Mandatory evacuation in San Saba, Texas. Let's see where that is. Yeah, flooding. Dallas, Texas, today and tomorrow. Is our 18Z loaded yet? That would be very helpful. No. Texas today, or Dallas, Texas. You could get some more thunder showers, but you're not expected to get too much. Let's take a look at our NAM. NAM 3K. That's not loaded either. We'll go to the 12Z. Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to see too many more storms today, Dallas. Getting into tomorrow, thunder showers possible throughout the morning, and then looks pretty clear afternoon and evening time. Crested at 31 feet. Jeez. Yep. I don't see any flash flood emergencies though out right now, which is interesting.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
You can see all these flash flood warnings in here.
A new
No
flash
emergencies
flood
though.
warning has been issued.
Did we get this extended? Yeah. No considerable damage threat thunderstorms right now. So it's all 60 mile per hour and small hail. So do you like WeatherWise or that other thing that you're using for weather models more? Well, they're good for, they each are good for, I like WeatherWise more for radar. And I like Radar Omega more for modeling. So they both have their strengths. That's why I swap in between them. Radar Omega always crashes when there's big weather events going on too, or stops working. And WeatherWise doesn't have that issue. So I always keep it open.
Warning. A new special marine warning has been issued.
You can use them both for free. Even if you pay for them, the paid version is really cheap. So why not? What's going on around the world? That's a pretty picture. Let's see here. Let's go. Goes east. Look at this puppy. Massive upper level low here, which is what's causing all these severe thunderstorms through Quebec currently. Massive upper level low. Spawning these surface lows all over the states as well. Texas County needs to pay attention to any flooding today. A lot of Texas does. Everyone out here. Even after, remember, after it stops raining, your flood chances don't go away. A lot of times rivers continue to rise. Flooding continues to, the threat increases for flooding at least for another 24 to 48 hours a lot of times. So sometimes people are like, okay, my area is good. It stopped raining. I'm not flooding, or I'm not flooded, but it can sneak up on you. You know, water moving downstream and having nowhere to go, it'll start rising in other areas. So you got to pay attention even 24 to 48 hours after your flood warnings. Yeah, that probably looks like it's almost in Iceland. Yeah, this is going to be making its way right up towards Ireland, Scotland. You're in Texas. Where are you? Are you near the flooding? Luckily, a lot of this weather's moving out, but you're going to get a little bit more potentially tomorrow. We were looking at this, the latest HER model. Wish the 18Z was loaded. Let's actually go to the NAM so I can see a little bit farther. NAM 3K. For tomorrow, I think some of these areas are going to receive some more rainfall. There you go. Down there. See this again. Same type of situation. It's like same area again. So that's going to be an issue tomorrow as well. We're going to continue to see a flood threat down here. And then it looks like you'll finally get a break. Pushing into tomorrow evening. Texas looks to clear up. You have friends there? Yeah, I can't remember the last time so much rain fell in one spot over and over and over and over again. Okay, Millie, appreciate it. NTX was 7 spices. Thanks, NTX. Yeah, not much going on right now, honestly, but I still wanted to get on. Not much going on. Still not seeing any considerable damage threat, thunderstorms or anything like that. But we are starting to see widespread severe thunderstorm warnings. So, got some in southern Illinois, some in Florida, Mississippi, Virginia, New York. Nothing major though. Family's doing good. Family's doing good. We are moving to Minnesota August 1st. So, it's going to be a lot of packing. A lot of packing over the next couple weeks. I hate moving. I'm excited to move, but I hate the process of moving. I don't think anyone likes it. Yes. Yeah, the 2-month-old Sawyer, she's doing good. She's sleeping through the night, and our son didn't do that till he was like a year old, so that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. I'm going to take a look at some of these severe thunderstorm warnings just to make sure everything's good in here. Velocity. This thing is trying to develop maybe a little couplet, but I'm not overly concerned. It's just very sloppy setup. Some gusty conditions in here. You can see those gust fronts. A little bit of rotation down here as well. We'll have to watch out for that, but again, not overly concerning. What's going on out here? What? Oh, that satellite must be down. There we go. Oops. Gotta stop doing that. Yeah, moving with a 2-year-old and a 2-month-old is gonna suck. What's going on, gaming? Sadie. What's poppin'? I might hop on later when we have our tornado threat through here. Oops, let me actually change my screen. There we go. I might hop on later. You know, like I said, this to me looks like a, let's get back to the HRRR. Let's see the timing of this. Yeah, this to me looks like a 9, 10, 11, 12 Tor threat tonight. So late evening. So we'll see. I might hop on for that a little bit, but there's nothing too major expected to happen today. You're chasing naders today? Are you actually? We'll see if we get anything. Yeah, Yali. Ugh. I'm getting anxious just talking about moving. We have so much stuff. Ugh. And I'm still doing this and working full time. Oh Lord, my little brother's gonna come up and help me. My mother-in-law's gonna help watch the kids. When and then me and Emily, me and wifey are gonna drive once we get everything packed up. Yeah, B. That's what that's the one thing I love about moving is you downsize, like, or you get rid of a ton of the stuff you have. Not downsize. Like a ton of the stuff that you're like, okay, I haven't used this in years. Why do we still have it? Like, including clothes. Wait, Ro, are you actually trying to chase today? I don't even know if we're gonna. We might get a tour or two. I don't even know though. Exactly, we'll accumulate a bunch of new stuff that we don't need. No, def not. It is in your backyard. It's in your backyard.
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
It's probably down in Texas. Well, actually, there's some out here in Virginia, Illinois, and Missouri. LJ's in my front yard, yeah. When do we have the next severe threat in Missouri? Well, a little bit of a severe threat today in southeastern Missouri. Day 2, General Thunder, and then day 3, eastern Missouri gets back into a marginal. So, but none of these days are looking that significant for any severe weather in Missouri. Mezzo, yeah, Mezzo. Ro told me you're going tornado chasing today. Very exciting. Yeah, just put some chairs in your front yard and call it chasing. Yeah. Let's look at day 3. What's day 3? Tuesday? My brain's not working. What's new? Let's take a look at the NAM. Ooh. Ooh. Tuesday evening. Nice little... There's going to be rotation in that.
New information.
What's our Rufus showing?
Thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Ooh. Tuesday. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that low. Churning. The Rufus wants to keep it way north. You could get some strong storms to the south, though, on that tail. Yeah, they both see this low cranking through here. That'll be interesting. What's going on with our helicity? Yeah, look at that. You can see the spin in the helicity. Yeah, that might be an interesting day. That might be an interesting day through here. For sure. Sigtor. For sure. Oh my gosh, Yali, too many kids. 2 kids is too much, I've realized. You have more than 2 times that. All right, well, listen, there's not much going on, and we'll see if if it looks like we're going to get some Twisty Boys later, I will hop back on stream. If not, probably not, though. You know, we have severe weather, marginal risks everywhere, but it's like for wind. Not the scariest severe weather, which is good, but we do still have that Tor threat later this evening through here. Yeah, Matt, are you looking at that as like a late evening? By the way, Matt, are you looking at that as like a Tor threat late evening? Because I was looking at this thinking... I'm not going crazy, am I? That this is the actual Tor threat.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Yeah. This really right here. Yeah.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
We actually get the our low-level jet starts doing some fun stuff, and we get a little bit more rotation in these cells, I think, as we get into the late evening. Connor, when's our wedding? If you plan us a wedding, I'll get married to you, Matt. Can you be married to multiple people at once? Maybe in some states. When is the next chance for Long Island and New York City to have severe weather? Utah, maybe? That makes sense. Yeah, Utah would totally make sense.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Yeah, not much of a threat for New York. Severe weather. I mean, end of next week, end of this upcoming week, like Thursday, Friday, I think we could get a decent amount of severe weather out here, including Long Island. Our jet's doing some funny stuff out here, so I think we'll get some severe weather out here at end of this week.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, I'm gonna get off. I gotta get work done and clean the house and mow the lawn. Ay. Bye, Sadie. All right, I'll let you guys know in Discord if I'm gonna get on later. I'm gonna see how this situation develops with our Tor threat today. So, all right. Appreciate you guys. Peace. Later, alligators.